This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. An interpersonal conflict in cinema and television is perceived as a confrontation between two or more movie characters. It should be noted that every film that wants to tell a person a memorable, incredible story is necessarily based on confrontation. It keeps viewers at the screens and moves the narrative forward. Frozen is one of the most striking examples in which a viewer can note the confrontation of two forces. Analysis. The central conflict demonstrated to the audience in the animated film Frozen is based on quarrels and disputes between the two sisters, Elsa and Anna, regarding interpersonal and external disagreements. According to Bevan and Sol, the conflict style focuses on avoiding confrontations and withdrawing into oneself and one's own experiences and problems. This aspect is manifested in the dramatic episode when Elsa decides to lead a hermit life. Despite the positive ending of the story, a viewer may still have questions about how effectively, competently, and correctly the question of how much Elsa was able to understand and accept herself, her world, and the surrounding reality. In this case, it is necessary to designate a conflict that has not been fully resolved. It is a conflict of interests and values that contradict each other. In fact, Elsa has complicated the situation by constantly thinking about how different she is from the others. Despite Elsa's curse, Anna still loves her sister and accepts her for who she is, sacrificing herself and her abilities. Basically, Anna takes the initiative when Elsa shows a large share of indifference. Elsa's coldness manifests not because of a gift but because of false ideas and self-delving in the wrong direction. Therefore, it is not completely clear whether Elsa, like her younger sister, was able to learn the lesson of love and understand that the value in a sisterly relationship is to accept each other with all the flaws and imperfections. According to the textbook, this moment also corresponds to when the sisters have entirely different goals, values, and views on life and reality. Each of them lives in her world, and each wants to see what she wants but does not get in return. Anna is not concerned about her sister's abilities, while Elsa, on the contrary, overlooks Anna's love but only gets hung up on her curse and thereby wants to distance herself later and avoid any problems when they should not have been. As an example, one can recall the following phrases from Frozen. Anna, Elsa? Do you want to build a snowman? Elsa, go away, Anna. The conflict was not completely resolved because human character and temperament cannot be changed, and childhood memories and experiences cannot be easily erased from memory. In a sense, Elsa also showed social aggression and thus felt more alienated at the beginning of the film. Unfortunately, in reality, the consequences of this behavior manifest themselves more negatively, and Elsa's cold cannot melt away so quickly. The strategies described by the book's authors, which young girls used, are ways of expressing thoughts and feelings in a constructive form and choosing the right time and place to express opinions. Nonetheless, the sisters could also use strategies such as frequent use of I expressions and work on their conflict management skills. Thus, this would help Anna and Elsa understand each other better, as well as avoid further conflicts and find a compromise. Conclusion. The interpersonal conflict between the two sisters is one of the essential and significant components of the animated film Frozen. It is based on differences in views, interests, and the desire of one of the parties to avoid dispute. Nevertheless, the young girls could find a golden mean in their relationship, but the situation concerning Elsa's inner feelings is not entirely resolved. Hence, in order to make peace, the girls actively used strategies for choosing the right words at the right time and place and could use I sentences more often and work on their conflict resolution skills. Did you like this an interpersonal conflict in the Frozen movie sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivypanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.